Good evening. You're now with me, Lorenzo Isaac, for TVS Nightline. Here are the headlines for tonight. Premier Sarawak Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg attends SUNGKE with state civil servants. Prime Minister Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim will be chairing this year's National Financial Council meeting. China vows to fight United States trade war to the end. Premier Sarawak Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg earlier this evening attended the breaking of fast ceremony with Sarawak civil servants at the atrium of the Sarawak Legislative Assembly building in Kuching. Abang Johari and other dignitaries shared the occasion with hundreds of civil servants in fostering unity during the holy month of Ramadan.
Later on in the event, Abang Johari joined in congregational prayers for Maghrib, Isha and Tarawih, along with members of the Sarawak Civil Service. Also at the event were Minister of Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts, Datuk Sri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah, Minister for Women, Early Childhood and Community Wellbeing Development, Datuk Sri Fatimah Abdullah, Deputy Minister for Utility and Telecommunication, Datuk Dr. Abdul Rahman Junaidi, and State Secretary Datuk Amar Abu Bakar Marzuki. Deputy Premier Datuk Amar Dr. SUNGKE Hian and Transport Minister Datuk Sri Lee Kim Shin were also in attendance.
Prime Minister Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim today chaired the annual meeting of the National Financial Council 2025. Anwar, who is also Finance Minister, arrived at the Ministry of Finance complex at 11:30 a.m. and went straight to greet Chief Ministers, Menteri Besar and state leaders attending the meeting.
Among them are Sarawak Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg and Sabah Finance Minister Datuk Sri Masidi Monjun, representing Chief Minister Datuk Sri Haji Noor, as well as the Menteri Besar of Selangor Datuk Sri Amiruddin Shari, Datuk On Hafiz Ghazi of Johor, Datuk Sri Muhammad Sanusi Mad Noor of Kedah, and Datuk Sri Ahmad Samsuri Mokhtar of Terengganu. Also present were Deputy Prime Ministers Datuk Sri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi and Datuk Sri Fadilah Yusof, Cabinet members and senior federal and state officials. The annual meeting is a platform for negotiations of financial matters between the federal and state governments.
Ensuring strong integrity in public service is crucial for Sarawak as it moves towards developed status by 2030. Deputy Premier Sarawak, Datuk Amar Dr. SUNGKE Hian, has urged civil servants to strengthen their commitment to transparency and accountability, especially in fund management. He added that as Sarawak's budget grows, the need for integrity in governance will become even more pressing.
As by 2030, right, Sarawak will be a lot more prosperous than now. Meaning that our budget, right, will be more than 20 billion more. You know, and so you are looking at 2018, right? 2018 we have 5.8 billion more. By 2028, right, it has been more than this year, right? But the amount of money that is trusted on you has increased tremendously more. And so this is why it's so important for us in Sarawak, the civil servants. We need to run all this to remind ourselves that we need to strengthen our integrity, in particularly as we move towards 2030.
He was speaking at the Sarawak Department of Irrigation and Drainage DID Integrity Day celebration in Kuching on Thursday. Dr. Sim, who is also the Minister of Public Health, Housing and Local Government, stressed that strong integrity in public service will strengthen public trust and ensure efficient governance. DID is one of Sarawak's three main technical departments, alongside the Public Works Department, PWD and local authorities, which are expected to handle larger-scale projects and funding in the coming years. He also noted that the Anti-Corruption Management System ABMS certification awarded to DID last year is more than just a recognition. It is a call to action for ethical governance.
All this means that we not just giving a certificate. It ultimately is something for the heart that you have to start from us individually and together we can ensure good governance, and then we also overcome the issues of abuse of power, waste natural resources, breach of trust, and embezzlements and leakage of public funds.
DID Director Datu Ahmad Deni Ahmad Fauzi announced that DID is the first technical department in Sarawak to receive ABMS certification at its headquarters level. He emphasized that this recognition reflects the department's commitment to high standards of governance and proactive measures against corruption. He also expressed hope that ABMS certification will be extended to other divisions in the future.
Sarawak is expanding its cross-border tourism efforts through strategic partnerships with companies and neighbouring countries across Borneo. Minister of Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts, Datuk Seri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah, in a speech read by Principal Assistant Secretary Dr. Elena Gregoria Chai, said the initiative aims to improve accessibility and transportation, particularly for tourists from Indonesia. He noted that a lack of efficient public transport, especially bus services, remains a major challenge.
We were talking something about transportation, and we were also talking about cross-border tourism. So this is a part of what our ministry is trying to do as well, cross-border tourism. However, we noticed that there's some problems here because there's lack of transportation like buses. Problems like why Indonesian buses can enter Sarawak and our buses cannot go to Indonesia's side. So these are some of the things that we need to look it out.
Karim also stated that his ministry is also working to improve public transportation and other facilities across the region to support major events and more sustainable tourism activities. The introduction of semi-high-deck tourism buses is expected to improve operational efficiency while reducing carbon emissions by up to 9%. Minister of Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts Sarawak, Datuk Seri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah said the initiative supports Sarawak's Sustainability Vision 2030 and aims to create a greener transportation system. His speech was delivered by the Principal Assistant Secretary of the Ministry of Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts, Dr. Elena Gregoria Chai, during the launching and handover ceremony of the Scania New Bus Generation NBG Euro 5 in Kuching on Thursday.
And I have also heard that Scania New Bus Generation Euro 5 reduces emissions of up to 9%. So this is for to achieve our Sarawak Sustainability Vision 2030. Remembering what was mentioned earlier, the possibility of Scania digital services to achieve more business and environmental sustainability goals, I look forward to Sarawak cultivating more of such pro-business and pro-environment partnership.
According to Karim, green mobility is key to reducing greenhouse gas GHG emissions in Sarawak. He added that this initiative demonstrates that the tourism sector can grow in tandem with environmental conservation efforts, positioning the state as a model state that prioritizes sustainable development and green technology.
It has the green technology feature. So this is a very welcoming feature for Sarawak. It was developed with driver and passenger environment in mind. Okay, so that means it's comfort, and additionally, it further improves passengers' safety. This is in line with our values of being kind and caring. If we want to achieve the 5 million tourist goal for Sarawak this year.
A total of 640 metric tons of aged coconuts from Indonesia, Sabah and Sarawak are imported into Peninsular Malaysia every month to meet the high demand ahead of the festive season. Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Datuk Seri Muhammad Sabu, said that as of March 4th, This year, the Federal Agricultural Marketing Authority (FAMA) and Pharma Corporation Sendirian Berhad Pharmaco have imported 734 metric tons of peeled aged coconuts from Sabah in Indonesia with a purchase value of over 2 million ringgit.
Bekalan kelapa tua tersebut seterusnya diedar oleh 42 pusat operasi FAMA ke pasaran melalui 509 buah outlet pemasaran FAMA seperti Agrobazar Kedai Rakyat, Agrobazar Rakyat, Pasar Tani Kekal. Sebahagian bekalan turut diagihkan kepada 16 pemborong dan 202 orang usahawan santan di seluruh negara.
As such, he added that this measure aims to stabilize prices and ensure a continuous supply for the coconut milk processing industry and other coconut-based products.
Pertama, peningkatan harga kelapa di pasaran sejak November 2024 berpunca daripada kenaikan harga kelapa import dari Indonesia berikutan kekurangan bekalan serta peningkatan ekspor kelapa Indonesia ke China. Harga kelapa import dari Indonesia pada Januari 2024 RM10 sebiji, meningkat kepada RM80 sebiji Oktober 2024 pada RM2.20 sebiji pada hari ini. Buat masa ini, negara bergantung 98% sumber import kelapa dari Indonesia. Kedua, berlakunya fenomena melawas, iaitu pertumbuhan pokok kelapa menjadi kurang produktif atau tidak optimal disebabkan gangguan dalam proses pencambahan atau penghasilan buah kelapa akibat perubahan cuaca yang ekstrim dan tidak menentu yang boleh mempengaruhi kesuburan serta penghasilan kelapa. Faktor cuaca seperti kemarau dan banjir juga memberi kesan kepada pengeluaran kelapa di ladang.
To address this challenge in the medium and long term, the ministry has implemented various initiatives, including incentives for farmers, the development of high-yield coconut varieties such as Matak and Pandan coconuts, and the implementation of a coconut seed production strengthening project to boost domestic production. Mohammed is confident that these initiatives will help control the spike in coconut milk prices and improve price stability in the long run through increased local yield.
On to world news. China vows to fight at the U.S. trade war to the end and warns that Washington's tariff threats are disrupting the global economy. The tension comes after Washington imposed fresh tariffs on Chinese imports. The latest levies from the U.S. comes as China struggles with sluggish economic growth, pushing Beijing to shift its focus to domestic demand.
如果美方在错误的道路上 越行越远，我们将奉陪到底。中方始终认为，中美经贸关系本质是互利共赢，不存在谁永远吃亏、谁永远占便宜的问题。
U.S. President Donald Trump's new tariffs, following similar moves last month, aim to hit hundreds of billions of dollars in trade between the world's two largest economies. China has responded with countermeasures, announcing tariffs of up to 15% on U.S. agricultural products, including soybeans, pork and wheat, starting next week. Meanwhile, China has set an ambitious 5% economic growth target for this year. But experts say it is ambitious, considering the scale of China's economic challenges, and are hoping officials will unveil further economic support this week.
Those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Lorenzo Isaac. Thank you for watching and have a good night.